beauty, grace, and musical medicine.
Donut and dog lover.
Is enthusiastic.
Fantastic!
The real deal.
As a player and as a friend is solid.
Way more talented than she thinks she is.
My big sister.
She is the most naturally talented singer I have ever worked with.
She's one of the best people I know.
Well, I try to stay home, but I think I'm gonna crumble because I never think of the words to say. Sweet pea, keeper of my soul. I know that sometimes I'm out of control, but you're the only reason I keep on coming home.
I don't think that I realized I had a passion for music until I was already in it, in the thick of it, as a following it as a career, an accidental career, just because it's something that I've always done. My mom and dad had a band when I was growing up, and we always had music playing. My dad always had a guitar out, and to me that was just normal, and that's what you did. I think, obviously when you get out of school and you need a job and you realize that you can make money doing something that comes pretty easy to you, that's kind of a pretty easy decision to make, to pursue it. But I would say that my parents were a huge influence, and I don't ever feel like they were trying to get me to do that, but it's just what we did. It's just who I am. Yeah, it's some of the most priceless memories I've ever had was playing music with my parents. And I loved that my parents always played music together growing up, and they had that connection. And now I'm married to a musician, and we get to play music together. And my husband plays music with my parents as well. So that's always, it's pretty fun.
All right, let's see what we can do for you. You look hard to impress.
I'm the Programs Administrator at the Norman Veterans Center, and Camille Harp has been coming here for several months, and she started off coming doing pet therapy, bringing dogs in, and we found out that she could sing, and boy can she sing and perform. She is one of our veterans' favorite performers because she just exudes love and affection and talent. And she takes a veteran that is sitting in his room, and she brings back memories to him of days and music that they used to listen to, and makes some want to get up and dance. And she just enhances the quality of their lives with the talent that she has. And we love her so much, and our veterans love her. She's wonderful.
Even though we ain't got money, but I'm so in love with you, honey, and everything will bring a change in my love.
I'm tired, so the late nights are harder than they used to be. So I always look for shows that are more family friendly and at a decent hour. So, there's not a whole lot of opportunities in this state. There's not a lot of listening venues that are, I guess, geared towards just music. Most venues have food or alcohol or, you know, something else they're trying to sell, and music is really a secondary. So that's been a challenge, finding good venues and, you know, with decent hours. Since I've got a baby at home, it gets me up early. And with the second one coming, yeah, I hope that I can continue to play. Just, I know that some people can make it work just fine, but we'll see. I have had some instances where I have been discriminated against, but I just kind of keep the attitude that you can't beat them, join them. And I've always just kind of been one of the guys. And as I've gotten older, I think that I've been presented with more opportunities to play with more women, which is great. But in my younger day, I think that I just had to put on a tough face and go out there and just be one of them. I would say that is like one of the biggest benefits of having or being a musician is having this huge extended family of other musicians that you connect with and play with. And, you know, I would say the majority, if not all, of the musicians that I'm in contact with, you ask them for help in a situation, you know, to do a benefit or whatever, you just rarely hear no. Everyone that I've been lucky enough to be around is very free-hearted and giving, and everybody wants to step up and do their part.
Camille Harp has provided me with so much inspiration and encouragement and compassion as I grew as a musician. I would not be the musician I am today without Camille Harp. Camille Harp is one of the biggest influences on songwriters in Norman. Not just because she's a really great songwriter, but because she kind of shines on stage.
When I first met her, I had just moved to Norman after being gone for a really long time. And I never lived here. I would just like sleep on people's couches and stuff. But she was my introduction into like finding the best vet, you know. So I mean, I know that that's just like a simple thing, but I can only assume that she does that for literally everybody she knows. My favorite memory though is we had gone out to California to mix the record, and I was a smoker back then, and so I would go. The studio was right next to the offices, and there was this porch thing. And I would go out there to smoke, and they had the daily meetings. And so at the studio, in California, they have these big rooms that are live chambers. They're echoes, and it's a speaker and microphones. That's all it is. And we'd send her voice down there to get reverb. And so they're doing their meeting, and I've got it running on a loop, you know. And the owner of the studio, he's like a dad to me, kind of. He's the guy that gave me my first job, and he yells a lot. And so the windows were open, and it's California, it's sunny, and he's yelling at his staff. And what he's saying is, you need to go out and find business, you know. But what he's choosing to use as a reference is Camille. And the quote I remember is like, "Do you hear that? That's talent." Tom Waits records there, you know. They don't. It's the real deal, you know. You've landed at a really famous place that's done really famous records, and you know they were equating her with the best of everything they'd heard.
Was at Travis Linville's Illinois River Jam. I remember being around a campfire, and she just picked up a guitar because all the guys were begging her to play, and she just kind of commanded the room, and I thought it was so cool that she could play with the guys like that, and it inspired me to start, among other things. And we got paired together in a song swap a little while later after I started playing, and we really hit it off, and she's just a pioneer in this field, in the way that she has been inspiring to a lot of women's style, and she's a fantastic songwriter, rhythm player, and guitar player, and vocalist. So she has all of the things, and she can play with anyone. She's encouraging to her friends. She's always positive, and she's just a joy to play with and never hits a sour note.
I met Camille shortly before I moved back to Oklahoma, before I moved to Norman. We were both on a songwriter compilation album thing, but I didn't really get to know her till I moved back to Oklahoma and moved down to Norman. And kind of got to know her playing at the deli and different things, and I think we did a benefit show, and that's where we really got to know each other. My band was recording an album at 115, and we had asked her to come. I asked her to come sing harmonies on it, and so she agreed. But she said she'd only sing harmonies if she could sing. There's a howling part she wanted to do on a song I have called Wolves, and so she came in and added that part to the end of the song, and it ended up being, really making the song a lot better. Anyone you'd ask that's in the Norman music scene, or larger scene than that, if you ask about Camille, they tell you she's a real pillar as an artist, and just a stand-up person. Being around people like Camille make you want to be a better person.
Well, the one thing that I feel driven to do is to give back. And if I have no other purpose on this planet, which I think that most everyone is searching for their purpose, but I feel like I was given this talent and I have the obligation to share it with people. And if I can make someone happy, if I can make someone's day by singing a song to them, or I donate my time to raise money for these charities that I am involved in. I can't tell you how many benefits I do every year, not just for things that I'm passionate about, like dogs and animals, and but just like cancer benefits or sick kids, and I just feel like I've been blessed with the ability to play music, and like I said, to make people happy. And that's really my biggest goal now. It's not really, I don't want to be Camille Harp, the super famous singer. I want to be Camille Harp, the person who can bring a smile to someone's face. I don't want to be Camille Harp, the super famous singer. I want to be Camille Harp, the person who can bring a smile to someone's face.